You've got schools that are overwhelmed. You've got hospitals that are overwhelmed. You've got housing that is totally unaffordable. If Kamala Harris has such great plans for how to address middle-class problems, then she ought to do them now.
Absolutely did smash it. And historically, vice presidential debates moved the needle very little, but Vance wiped the floor with Kamala's VP candidate, Governor Tim Walz, proving that Trump made an excellent choice in selecting JD Vance and displaying Vance's potential future and his chops to actually be the top dog. I thought the last go-round, the debate with Trump and Kamala Harris was biased, and I thought that they had learned their lesson, but sadly not. But happily, JD Vance had the presence of mind in real time to push back and to say, you're not supposed to be fact-checking me. And that really showed his presence of mind. I thought he handled them superbly.
For our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status.
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check. And since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
But, unfortunately, this is where we are with the media. They never seem to do these debates on the media that's friendly to Trump. So this is what we're going to get, I'm afraid. Vance was absolutely monumental in defending and putting forth the policy agenda of the Trump administration and in trashing the record of the Harris-Biden administration, particularly on immigration, economic issues, particularly on those things. Vance hit hard on immigration, making the southern border a central issue. He didn't hold back in criticizing Kamala Harris, the border czar, for overseeing record levels of illegal immigration. And he painted a clear picture of what a second Trump administration would do, including deportations of illegals, closing the border, and restoring law and order. And this is the kind of leadership that Trump supporters have been demanding, and Vance delivered masterfully, I must say.
We brought in millions of illegal immigrants to compete with Americans for scarce homes. The people that I'm most worried about in Springfield, Ohio, are the American citizens who have had their lives destroyed by Kamala Harris's open border.
We have so much to get to, Senator.
Those laws have been on the books since 1990.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The CBP app has not been on the books since 1990. It's something that Kamala Harris created, Margaret.
Gentlemen, the audience can't hear you because your mics are cut.
I never really put a lot of stock in what the body language experts have to say, but they really trashed him last night as I was watching the commentary just post-debate. But he was clearly on the back foot, and Vance just out-debated him on every level. Governor Tim Walz looked foolish. He seemed unprepared. And the absolute standout moment was when the even biased towards his team moderators asked him the question about his being in China, and he gave the wrong answer, and he couldn't defend why he gave the wrong answer. And his only answer was, well, sometimes I'm a knucklehead. Well, that really doesn't bode confidence in him or Kamala Harris when his only answer is, sometimes I'm a knucklehead.
The question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance. I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times.
Overall, this was a solid win for Vance. Not just a solid win, a masterful and conclusive win for Vance. But Historically, vice presidential debates, as we already said, don't move the needle very much. Vance showcased the kind of strong, steady leadership that we need in the next administration. He's a fantastic partner for President Trump, and he managed to make Trumpism look not only strong, but also reasonable and respectable. So what we can see for him, of course, is determined by the outcome of the election. And unfortunately, for the Trump side, a lot of people have already made their decision. And while this was a masterful and a really consequential win for the Trump side and for Vance, a lot of voters have already made their decisions, and this won't change them.